Alrighty, hey there guys, Rooster here for Tech Syndicate, and just to get it out of the way, those of you that may claim you've seen me before in some prior, Tech Syndicate content, I have a bit of an evil, bit maniacal of a twin brother, and that's not me. So he even aspires to be just like me, beard and all. He's a little... So let's not even worry about that, go beyond that, and focus on what we have here to talk about today. So here in its final resting place on my desk, and I gotta say I've been enjoying it for the past couple of days, is the Monoprice 25-watt hybrid tube amp. Now that's exactly what it is, hybrid. It's a bit of solid state, and it's got a tube preamp stage to give you a bit more warmth, rich sound, on depending what it is that you listen to. So without further ado, let's go ahead and look at the front of the unit. You get the obvious power button, treble and bass knobs. You got your headphone jack, your VU or volume unit meter, lets you know the intensity of whatever it is that you're listening to. It's going to jump up and down and do all kinds of pretty stuff. Then you have your CD or Bluetooth selector switch. That's right, Bluetooth. This actually has Bluetooth 4.0 along with an aptX codec, according to Monoprice, which actually improves the Bluetooth stream. I've never been much of a fan for Bluetooth audio myself. There's a lot of loss of data there, depends on the compression. But I have to say, I've enjoyed using this amp with Bluetooth on my phone, and I gotta say, it sounds pretty freaking good. And I can tell the low end suffers a little bit, but not enough for me to really just give this a negative. Not enough for the Bluetooth on this device to be a con. Now, I did say this is a hybrid amp, solid state, with the two preamp stage. This comes with 6N2s and 6P15 preamp tubes for that warm richness, that thanks to that stage, as I said. Now, I've been a musician for give or take 20 years, and I've used a lot of tube amps, more so for guitars. And we're talking EL34s, I believe, or EL84s. I forget now, it's been a while. But we're talking power tubes versus just preamp. So these, I don't quite know off the top of my head, but judging from what I've heard so far, the preamp is really doing its thing. It's really adding to the richness of the sound, depending what you listen to. Now, I do say that it's adding richness to the sound, but that's going to be subjective. It depends what you like, and everyone's different. They're your ears, your eyes. It's how you perceive FPS in a game may not be such as person B, but I have to say, though, thus far, I'm really enjoying this amp. So aside from the Bluetooth, we do go ahead and turn around to the back, and you have the one input, which is going to be your CD, auxiliary input, whatever you really want it to be, as long as you can get RCA in there. And then you have all your terminals for your speakers, for your outputs, which this did come as a bundle, by the way, with Monoprice's 4-inch monitors, which we'll talk about in a moment. So I didn't say in the beginning, which I did in like 5 other takes before this, but this does have a great vintage classic feel, mixed with a modern aesthetic, and I really like that. I mean, it almost has some kind of sex appeal to it. Now, the glossy nature of it, though, can be a bit of a fingerprint magnet, and it's going to make dust stand out more, but more than likely you're not going to be touching it all the time, especially in the glossy areas. You're going to be putting this somewhere like a desk, bookshelf, a small living area, not a big living room to watch movies with and whatnot, because this isn't that big of a booming system to be using that in that scenario. It's not for that. Small living area, your den. It gets pretty loud. It punches out pretty well, but I wouldn't recommend that this is going to replace your home stereo, home theater system anytime soon. So I did say this has Bluetooth. The antenna is going to be in the back. That is supplied in the package. You're going to go ahead and screw that in and just angle it upward. It's not so much like Wi-Fi. You got to point it this way, that way. It doesn't really matter. Just point it up and you'll be fine. Granted, you don't want to point it outward because you're going to be scooting up more than likely against something, and that's just going to lessen the amount of area you have. The taste of the blood of my fallen enemies. Alright, so I did say that this comes with, this was in fact a bundle. It comes with 2 4-inch monitors. These are Monoprice's select 4-inch two-way bookshelf speakers, and it did come with some fancy schmancy 10-foot affinity audio cables, which I gotta say, the braiding on those things are just excellent. I mean, hey, you have a younger little brother or something, annoying little brother or cousin or something, you want to tie him up on the weekend so he shuts up and leaves you alone? Go for it. But yeah, so here we have the monitors themselves. They are bookshelf speakers. They don't weigh that much, really. I wondered about the construction. At the first glance when I unpackaged them, they did seem not cheap, but I can't quite pinpoint the material. I don't think it's MDF. It just seems like a hardened plastic with this texture, kind of vertical texture. Vertical here, and then obviously horizontal on the top. And after further scrutiny, it doesn't really bother me that much. I kind of like it. But here you have your 4-inch driver, you got a tweeter. But they do project quite a bit. These are rated at 50 watts, by the way. So you have more than enough room there for that amp to really push out to these puppies. So like I said, I've been messing with this for the past couple of days, and I'm pleasantly surprised with how it sounds. The Bluetooth audio, even that, has really changed my mind as to what I expect from Bluetooth. Bluetooth 4.0, granted, the previous iterations, probably a bit more data loss there. So if you have an older device, maybe you'll experience a little bit more. I mean, lesser quality than I have. I'm not sure. I don't have an older device to double check. But yeah, paired with these monitors, as this bundle with the cables, these monitors, this puppy's doing really nice. And I like it. I'm going to keep using it for a while, till it blows up or something, I don't know. But yeah, mind you, they are tubes, they do get a little bit warm, but just don't be frickin' touching them unless clearly they need to be replaced. And the models of the tubes are on Monoprice's site, so if you need to find that out, it is right there. So speaking of that, all the pertinent information, guys, is in the description below, but come hang out with us on the website, techsyndicate.com. Say hey to us on the forums, I'm there, Logan's there, we're all there. And check us out on Twitter if you'd like as well. Tech support, check out all these links, click all that stuff. And yeah, so check it out, monoprice.com, 25 watt hybrid tube amp. Look for the bundle, you'll see it with speakers and whatnot. So see you guys in the next one, and thanks for watching.